Right now, there are 5 things slowly destroying your car, and you have no idea they're happening. One of them could cost you $7,000 to fix. Another one, most people do it every single time they park. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to stop doing and what to start doing instead to keep your car alive for 200, even 300,000 miles. And if you've owned your car for a while, pay close attention, because at least 2 of these are probably happening to yours right now. Hit subscribe and like so you don't miss the next one. Now here's number 1. Mistakes that destroy instantly. Never jumpstart your car with the cables reversed. Your car's computer runs on 5 volts. Your battery puts out 12. Hook up the cables backwards, positive to negative, negative to positive, and you're sending 12 volts straight through a system designed for 5. It fries the computer instantly. A man took his car to a Cadillac dealership for a simple battery change. They connected the cables backwards. Every module in the car was destroyed. And then the dealership tried to charge him for the repairs they caused. When he left an honest review online, they threatened to sue him. Replacing a fried car computer in 2026 costs anywhere from $1,500 to $3,500. All because someone didn't check which terminal was positive and which was negative. Look for the plus sign. It's usually stamped right on the battery. If you're not sure, check before you connect anything. And if you own a portable jump starter, be extra careful. Cheap units with no polarity protection have destroyed entire electrical systems in one wrong connection. Never drive through deep water. Your automatic transmission has a small vent that releases pressure as the fluid heats up and expands. Drive through deep water, and that vent can suck water straight into the transmission. Water and automatic transmissions do not mix. Sometimes you get lucky, and a flush saves it. But most of the time, the entire transmission is destroyed. A new automatic transmission in 2026 runs between $4,000 and $7,000. And here's something most people don't think about. If your car has an aftermarket cold air intake that sits low near the wheels, even a medium-sized puddle can send water straight into your engine. That's called hydrolock, and it can bend the internal rods inside your engine. Game over. Never shift into reverse while the car is moving forward. It sounds obvious, but it happens more than you'd think. Cars with floor shifters make it easy to accidentally bump into reverse while reaching for a drink or adjusting something. One quick hit into reverse at 30 miles per hour, and your transmission is finished. Silent killers. Don't forget to change your coolant. This is the one that sneaks up on people who keep their cars a long time. Modern extended life coolant lasts up to 5 years or 150,000 miles. Some newer formulas go 7 years. But if you drive your car past that point without changing the coolant, something dangerous happens. Old coolant becomes electrically conductive. It actually creates a small voltage inside the cooling system that attacks sensors, eats away at gaskets, and damages the water pump from the inside. One car owner learned this the hard way. He skipped the coolant change. The internal plugs gave way. The head gaskets blew. He described the result in 3 words: empty pockets, crying. Replacing blown head gaskets in 2026 costs between $1,500 and $3,000. Changing the coolant yourself costs about $20 and an hour of your time. The math is simple. Stop believing lifetime transmission fluid. Some manufacturers tell you the transmission fluid never needs to be changed under normal driving conditions. That's misleading. What they're really saying is, the fluid will last the lifetime of the transmission, and the lifetime gets shorter and shorter with dirty fluid inside it. A transmission fluid change costs between $150 and $300. A new transmission costs $4,000 to $7,000. Change the fluid every 60 to 80,000 miles, regardless of what the manual says. One car owner followed this simple rule with his Honda and hit 195,000 miles with the original transmission still shifting perfectly. Use the parking brake even on automatic cars. Most people put their automatic in park and walk away, but here's what's actually happening inside the transmission. A tiny metal piece called the parking pawl is holding the entire weight of your car. Over time, especially on hills, this wears out the pawl and creates a hard thud when you shift from park to drive. The fix is simple. Before you put the car in park, pull the parking brake first. Let the brake hold the weight, then shift into park. Your transmission will thank you. Number 7. When you park on a hill, turn your wheels toward the curb. This is the step almost everyone forgets. After you set the parking brake and put the car in gear or park, turn the steering wheel so the front tires point toward the curb. If the car somehow rolls, it rolls into the curb instead of into traffic or another car. In San Francisco, not turning your wheels is a $63 ticket. That tells you how important it is. Don't put heavier oil in a modern engine. Your engine's manual says 5W30 or even 0W20 for a reason. Modern engines use variable valve timing systems that depend on thin oil flowing fast through tiny passages. Put in heavier oil and the system cannot operate properly. The engine will not accelerate right. The check engine light comes on, and you are paying for damage that was completely avoidable. Turbo engines never rev a turbocharged engine when it's cold. The turbocharger in your engine is lubricated by your engine oil. When you first start the car, that oil hasn't reached the turbo yet. Revving the engine immediately spins the turbocharger at thousands of RPMs with no lubrication. That's metal grinding on metal. Start the engine. Wait 5 to 10 seconds, then drive gently for the first 4 or 5 minutes until the oil warms up and flows properly. After that, you can push it. Let the turbo cool before shutdown. One student parked his turbocharged car at school, shut off the engine immediately after driving hard, and walked away. Oil leaked onto the still glowing hot turbo, and the car caught fire in the parking lot. After driving hard, let the engine idle for about 30 seconds before turning it off. This allows the oil and coolant to circulate through the turbocharger and dissipate the heat safely. Replacing a turbocharger in 2026 costs $2,000 to $5,000, not counting the exhaust parts that often break during removal because they're practically welded together from heat. Use full synthetic oil and change it often. Turbos generate extreme heat. Full synthetic oil handles those temperatures far better than conventional oil. Change it every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. And keep the intercooler clean. Check for bugs, debris, or plastic bags blocking the airflow, and inspect the rubber and plastic hoses for cracks. A cracked intercooler hose throws off the entire air-fuel mixture. Manual transmission. Don't drive with your foot resting on the clutch. A BMW owner kept burning through clutches. It turned out his driving instructor told him to keep one foot on the clutch and one on the gas at all times. That constant pressure wears out the clutch disc, the pressure plate, and the throw-out bearing. Your foot goes on the clutch to shift, then it comes off. Period. Note for motorcycle riders. Covering the clutch at low speed on a bike is a different technique for safety. This advice is specifically for cars. Don't downshift to slow down in normal driving. Brake pads cost $200 to $400 to replace. A clutch replacement costs $800 to $1,500 or more. And on some trucks, the slave cylinder is inside the housing, meaning the entire transmission has to come off. Use your brakes to slow down. Save downshifting for actual emergencies. Flush the clutch fluid every 2 to 4 years. Modern hydraulic clutches are self-adjusting, but the brake fluid inside gets dirty over time. Dirty fluid destroys seals. On some Ford trucks, replacing the slave cylinder alone can cost over $1,000 because it requires pulling the transmission. Flushing the fluid takes 20 minutes with a turkey baster and fresh fluid. And when your clutch finally does wear out, don't just replace the disc. Buy the complete kit: disc, pressure plate, throwout bearing, alignment tool. You're already pulling the transmission off, which is a massive job. Replace everything once so you don't have to do it again for a long time. Here's the bottom line. People who skip maintenance get 90,000 to 100,000 miles out of their cars and think that's normal. People who follow these simple steps get 250,000, 300,000, even 350,000 miles. Everything in this video costs almost nothing to do. Checking your coolant, using the parking brake, letting the turbo cool down, turning your wheels on a hill. But ignoring them can cost you thousands. Which one of these mistakes have you been making without knowing it? Drop it in the comments.